Let's challenge Darwin's evolutionary theory, shall we? Not change, but persistence is characteristic of life. Every change is essentially a persistence. Only what persists can change. Despite claims that the theory of evolution is accepted by every competent mind, Dr. Alfred P. Schultz argues that not a single fact substantiates this theory. Instead, he presents evidence that evolution is not only erroneous, but impossible. Schultz contends that evolution is the simplest and crudest of explanations, as seemingly self-evident as the ancient belief that Earth was a stationary plate with the sun revolving around it. He notes that spontaneous generation theories have been thoroughly disproven by scientists like Pasteur and Tyndall. Spontaneous generation theories date back to ancient civilizations. Even Aristotle held this view, with Anaximander forbidding the eating of fish because fish is father and mother of man. Experiments by Spallanzani-Schultz, Pasteur, and others proved that living organisms always come from similar living forms, establishing Harvey's law, omni vivum ex vivo, all life from life. The discovery of bacterial spores by Kohn of Breslau delivered the death blow to spontaneous generation, demonstrating the complexity of even seemingly simple life forms. Schultz argues that the simple cell concept, fundamental to Darwinism, is a contradiction. As microscopic technology improved, scientists discovered that even the simplest cells contain complex, interdependent systems. All life forms are interconnected in a complex web of relationships. Bacteria provide essential nutrients for plants with chlorophyll, which in turn support animal life. Without lower forms, higher forms could not exist, and vice versa. Bacteria break down organic matter into simple compounds like carbon dioxide, water, and ammonia. Plants use chlorophyll to transform these simple compounds into energy and oxygen. Animals consume plants directly or indirectly, completing the cycle. When organisms die and then decompose, bacteria break them down, starting the cycle all over again. According to Dr. Schultz, paleontology does not support evolution. The earliest fossil records show fauna as rich and highly organized as modern ocean bottom fauna. Professor Brooks of Johns Hopkins University, despite being a Darwinist, found that early life forms were, zoologically speaking, intensely modern. Dr. Schultz challenges the notion that humanity has evolved to higher levels of intelligence or morality. He argues that history shows no essential progress that would justify the theory of human evolution. Humans today have the same senses as our ancient ancestors in literature, art, architecture, and governance. Schultz finds no evidence of evolutionary advancement. He points to ancient works like Homer's epics and Gothic architecture as unsurpassed achievements. Some prehistoric skulls were more spacious than modern ones, suggesting larger brains and potentially greater intelligence. Ancient works like Homer's epics remain unsurpassed, with only Shakespeare and Goethe reaching comparable heights. Modern buildings often imitate Gothic or Hellenic styles, but don't even come close to achieving the intricate beauty of the old world structures. All forms of government have existed throughout history. Freedom depends on vigilance, not governmental structure. Schultz strongly criticizes the Darwinian concept of rudimentary organs, supposedly useless body parts that remain from our evolutionary past. He argues this theory has led to harmful medical practices, with organs being unnecessarily removed. Organs were misidentified and labeled rudimentary based on incomplete understanding, leading to surgical removal of organs unnecessarily excised due to Darwinian assumptions. Later, research reveals important roles for supposedly useless organs. Schultz proposes a sane interpretation of nature that views life as neither matter nor energy, but a third principle. He argues that life is organization with elastic persistence, unlike matter and energy. Life follows a conservation principle. The total quantity does not change. According to Schultz, types persist without evolving into other types. Racial characteristics remain constant regardless of environment, with changes merely reflecting life's elasticity to enable persistence. What are your thoughts on the metaphysical nature of life and the immaterial essence of existence? Dr. Schultz rejects materialism, emphasizing life's immaterial nature and the limitations of reducing existence to matter and energy alone. Do you see matter, energy, and life as distinct yet interconnected principles? Do you question the reduction of life to mere chemical and physical processes? Do you see humans as metaphysical beings, transcending physical limitations? I do. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and don't forget to love yourself.
Freedom depends on vigilance.